Hello and Assalamualaikum to you and the others who are currently watching this video. Welcome to my video learning session, which I call it Video Classroom. The intention of this video is to share knowledge and learning, especially in relation to topics such as logistics, transportation and supply chain. This is just a little effort from my side in sharing the knowledge, especially in the topic of logistics, supply chain and transportation. And this video, I hope it will be good for those who are going to be a future logistician. My name is Muhammad Azamdin, and today in this video I'm going to discuss about the shipping containers. This is the part 1 of my video, whereby I call it Shipping Containers and Introduction Part 1. Even though this is just a short video, I hope that you will gain some knowledge about the basic of shipping containers. In this part 1 of this video classroom, I will discuss on the basic of shipping containers. The scope of this video classroom shall focus on number 1, the definition of shipping containers. Number 2, the measurement of shipping containers. Number 3, the dimension of a shipping containers. And number 4, the weight limitation for a shipping containers. I believe these are the basic introduction for you as a future logistician or a supply chain practitioner with regards to shipping containers. As a professional, you should know about the basic of shipping containers. I believe you have looked at these shipping containers, but when someone asks you, what is a shipping containers? So, what is your answers? Now, to look at the answers, let us look at the academic approach on the definition of shipping containers. What I have here is according to Stoppard in year 2010. He said, a container is a standard cargo holding equipment, or a steel box, which can be carried either by a road, a rail, or a sea transport. Stoppard also added, containerization is one of the greatest commercial innovation in the 20th century. Therefore, to answer the question, what is a container, a shipping container, we conclude that a shipping container is a standard equipment or a steel box which hold cargo inside it, and it could be transferred from one mode of transport to another mode of transport from point A to point B. Basically, the measurement of a container is known as 20-footer equivalent unit. Why 20-footer? 20 feet. As I mentioned earlier, a container is a standard size cargo holding equipment or a steel box. The standard size measurement of a container is based on 20-footer per unit. So, we call it as 20-footer equivalent unit. Repeat, a 20-footer equivalent unit, or its acronym TEU. In the world of shipping containers, there are two types of containers that is available in the market. Number one, it is the 20-footer size container. It is called 20-footer because the length of the container is at 20 feet. And this is known as 1 TEU. And the second is the 40-footer size container. The length of this container is 40 feet and it is measured as 2 TEU. Now, to understand much better about these shipping containers, we shall look at the picture of a shipping container. Here is a picture of a shipping container. As you can see, this container is made from steel with a standard dimension. Today, we should learn about the measurement of a container. In measuring a container, we need to know the length of the container, its width, and its height. As logistician, we should know the dimension of a container. We should know the length or L, the width or W, and the height or H, which is represented in this picture that indicate the measurement of a container. Let us examine the dimension of a standard 20-footer container. We shall look at the outer measurement of a container, the 20-footer container. This is the external measurement, the outside measurement of a 20-footer. The measurement of the external area for a 20-footer is 6.06 meters in length times 2.44 meter in width times 2.59 meters in height. As this measurement in meters, now I would like to convert it to feet. The external measurement in feet is 20 feet length times 8 feet width times 8 feet 6 inches height. I repeat, 20 feet length times 8 feet width times 8 feet 6 inch height. Whereas the inside dimension of a 20-footer container is 5.09 meter length times 2.35 meter width times 2.39 meter height, or in feet, 19 feet quarter inch length times 7 feet and 8.5 inch width times 7 feet 9.5 inch height. I repeat, 90 feet quarter inch in length times 7 feet 8.5 inch in width times 7 feet 9.5 inch height. For your information, the 20-footer container has the total space capacity of 33 cubic meter. So, we have the capacity of 33 cubic meter to fill in the cargoes inside this container. Let's examine the dimension of a 40-footer container. The external measurement for a 40-footer container is, this is in meter, 12.19 meters length times 2.44 meter width times 2.59 meter in height. As we convert it into feet, it is 40 feet length times 8 feet width times 8 feet 6 inch height. I repeat, 40 feet length times 8 feet width times 8 feet 6 inch height. Whereas the internal measurement of a 40-footer container is 12.03 meter length times 2.35 meter width times 2.39 meters height. As in feet, it is 39 feet 5 inch length times 7 feet 8 inch width times 7 feet 9 inch height. So, this 40-foot container has the capacity to load at 56 cubic meter. I repeat, this 40-footer container has the capacity to load at 56 cubic meter. So, the differences between the 40-footer and the 20-footer is that in terms of their external length measurement. One is 20, another one is 40. Such differences in length measurement between these two containers, either 20-footer and 40-footer, resulted into a different cubic meters for each containers. As future logistician, I would like to remind you that each equipment and transport has its limitation. Such limitation could either be a dimensional limitation or weight limitation. In this classroom today, I would like to inform on the limitation, especially weight and also space limitation for each containers. In these two type of boxes, we have limitation in terms of weight and space, which limited our capacity to load cargoes into these containers. For a 20-footer container, the weight limitation is capped at 21,000 kilograms or 21 tons. So, the maximum loading capacity is limited to 21 tons. However, we should take note that in terms of cubic meters, the limitation is capped at 33 cubic meters for 20-footer containers. As for 40-footer containers, the weight limitation is capped at 22,000 kilograms or 22 tons. Any cargoes can be loaded into a 40-footer container as long as within the limitation of 22 tons, and also take note, it should not exceed 56 cubic meters. Therefore, if we have a cargo, we need to load in the containers. Take note on the limitation, either weight limitation or the cubic meters limitation. Well, we have come to the end of my video classroom session. So let me recap what we have learned so far in this video learning session. Number one, I have discussed on the definition of shipping containers. The definition of shipping containers is just a container is just a standard steel box which we use to hold cargo inside the box and to transfer the cargoes from point A to point B interchangeably in any modes of transportation, either by road, rail or sea. Secondly, I have informed that there are two types of shipping containers, which are the 20-footers and also the 40-footers. And the measurement of these containers, we call it as TEU. The third point that I have discussed is about the dimension of the containers. So I have tell you about the length, the width, and also the height of the containers. So the only differences between 20 footers and the 40 footers container is that is in the length of the containers itself. And lastly, I have discussed about the weight and space limitation of the containers. So when we stuff our cargo inside the containers, take note on the weight limitation as well as the space limitation for containers. Okay, so this concludes my video classroom session. However, this is just the first part of the introduction about the containers. This is just the first part, introduction about the container. Please look at my second video, which we will discuss about the types of containers. Well, that's it. My name is Muhammad Azam Din. Good luck, goodbye, and good speed.